Ms. Silva, I just gonna start with this. When you met him, you were 39 years old, correct?
Yes.
And how old was he?
18, I believe.
Now, first of all, if it was the other way around, everybody'd be like, ooh. But let me ask you, at 39, what did he say that was interesting to you?
Not a thing. It was just the way he looked, the way.
So he just looked good.
He looked good. He asked me to dance. He danced good. He seemed like a nice gentleman.
He looked good. He danced well. Did the age ever become an issue?
No.
No.
No, not at all.
And it still won't.
It still won't be an issue.
Nope.
And you're gonna keep her too, right?
Yes.
Just weird. I'm wondering how an 18-year-old child will have the confidence level to ask a 39-year-old to a dance. And from there, the thing stems into them getting married. It's just weird to me, you know. But things happen in this world, and to be honest, this is one of those shockers too. Let's go.
I mean, now, Mr. Moreno, did your friends talk about you, saying, well, why you dating an older lady?
I did. You know what I told them?
What did you tell them?
I said I like older women because younger women don't know what they want.
And the older women do?
Yes.
I like that thought pattern. Because I'm not getting any younger. I like to have options. You have a child that's almost just a year younger than him.
A year older.
They're older than him. Did it bother you at all that he was 18?
Well, I didn't find out till later that he was his age, because when we met, he told me he was 30. And
He said he was 30.
Yes, ma'am.
And you believed it?
Yes, I did. I'm a very trusting person, and I believe people for what they say and do at the, as time goes. And time passed before I realized his age.
He wasn't 30.
Right. And
What was the tip-off?
the tip-off was when he turned 21 and he went down to the street corner store and bought beer, and he came home all excited because they did
His first legal beer?
Yes.
So weird how an 18-year-old will get married to a 39-year-old. Where is his family? You know, these are the questions I ask because where I come from, things like marriage, relationship has a lot to do with family. So when an 18-year-old is there dating a 39-year-old and the lady significantly looks older than him, people will ask questions and people will reveal whatever secrets that are being hidden. So it's just weird that she didn't even know that this guy was 18 because he lied he was 30 until it was legal to drink. Can you imagine that?
I gave it away.
I gave it away. So he gave it away. But by that time, my kids already knew him, and he's a good man, and he did a lot for my kids, and he genuinely loves my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so it didn't bother them as well.
Okay. Mr. Moreno,
Yes, ma'am.
what was your initial attraction to her?
Everything.
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 That's the only right answer any man could ever give to that question. I'm just saying. Why are we here now?
Because 13 years after we met, he cheated, and it was very hurtful.
Tell me who he cheated with, when, how, what happened, how you found out. He's breaking out in the sweat already. Go ahead, Mrs. Silva.
What happened was I was at work and I had my my cell phone on to do my business with, call the nurses that I worked with, and I had my iPad on for music. His phone had broken, so he had used my iPad to get on his Facebook.
Okay.
Well, he forgot to log off. And so he came home early that day, made supper, and he was a very good man. He always bought me flowers, bought me goodies, bought me gifts, made supper, washed.
He was attentive,
always,
loving, kind.
So he had posted about coming home early and making supper. And one of his female friends commented or liked his comment, which I didn't have a problem with that. But his laptop at that point did the little popping bubble noise that meant somebody got a Facebook message. And so when I opened it, she had messaged him. And the comment was something like, I think it is so neat the way that you include your wife in everything that you do. Hopefully one day soon, I'll be able to meet a man like you.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. The only hint that it gave me that there was something wrong with it was that she did it privately messaged. Nobody else saw it. So to me, that's saying a woman is fishing for a man. And so sure enough, a couple of weeks after that is when he cheated with her.
Oh, so you have it right and I had it wrong. It just means that there was something going on there and you found out about it. How did you find out he actually cheated with her?
I didn't find out it was her he cheated with until a time later, because I allowed things to happen, that might make me look like a fool, but usually it's because I already know what's going on. And like I've told my husband, I just love him that much.
That you put up with it.
But yes, and I don't dig into things. But because of the way things happened, I dug into it. And sure enough, when I found out the number he called that morning, early enough on the day that he cheated, was her phone number.
Mr. Moreno, can you explain to me what happened? Did you in fact cheat?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And
I told her I was going to work one day. I didn't even go to work. I went to her house.
was this the first time, or have you been tipping for a minute?
It was the first time with her.
With her?
That says a lot. Boy was married too young, at 18, getting married and getting into a very serious relationship at 18. It's kind of risky because men like to explore. And when you have not tasted the streets, you've not explored, you've not had that experience, matured into navigating women, the curiosity might come up when he gets older. And I think that was happening to this Mr. Jesus right now. I feel like the curiosity came up later, when he saw that there were other girls there that he could, have something to do with. And that's why he started cheating. Let's continue though.
So have you been cheating on her regularly throughout the marriage?
Since 2005.
Since 2000, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you why. It seems like a stupid question, but it seems to me that that's just how you were conducting business. Were you not happy at home? Do you just like a whole lot of women? You just didn't want to be married?
I got married with her when I was 18. I got with her when I was 18, 32. I didn't have no fun. I wanted to have fun. So I started going out and having fun.
That would explain to me something that you said in your response to her petition, which I thought was very, very interesting. And I have it here. You said, and I underlined it in red, I thought we had a good marriage, but I just wanted to try something different.
That's right.
Did you tell her about that when you first had that thought, or was the cheating going on ahead of that?
The cheating was already going on.
Already going on. Did you think that she suspected you of
Yes, ma'am.
cheating? Did you suspect him all along
No.
since 2005?
His behavior changed. My daughter was 16, so I thought it was like 2006. His behavior changed with me.
When you actually found out that he was cheating, were you shocked, surprised? How did it make you feel to find out that he'd been doing that so long?
I didn't know he was doing it for so long. It was just that day that I found out.
Uh-huh.
And it was like my soul was taken out of my body and stepped on. And I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't want to cry. But it was a hurt that I never want to feel again.
Okay.
The only way I can explain it is, I'm going to say us Hispanics, maybe other people do it, but, when someone dies and a loved one goes up to the casket and they cry with this agonizing pain, like they want that person to just get up and
wail.
walk right there and then.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I sounded. And the way that I sounded brought my daughter into the room to find out what was going on.
Mr. Moreno, I understand your reasoning. You were 18 when you got married. You never had a chance to sow your wild oats. I get all of that. What made you want to get married at 18?
We were happy. It was a happy couple. We were doing things, going everywhere, doing things. And then it just went south.
But what went south? How do you say it went
A lot
south?
of arguments, arguing
About
just a lot of, we've had a lot of people live at our house. So there's always been arguments about
what, relatives?
Yeah.
Or
and other
whose
people.
relatives? Hers or yours?
Hers.
Okay.
Mine now.
And that bothered you? It was too much going on?
It's just too much.
I understand,
We had
yeah,
4 families in one house in a 3-bedroom.
Was that, do you believe that was a cause of a lot of the problem?
It probably added to the stress of it, yes.
Yeah.
But most of our arguments was because he always accused me of cheating. He,
Did you? Nah, that's because you were cheating and you thought she was
Yeah.
doing the same to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Just guilty conscience going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask you this? Financially, I'm going to ask you, how was he a contributing member of the family?
oh, always.
Always a contributing
Yes, ma'am.
member of the family. So he never sugar mamaed you.
Oh, never.
I raised her kids.
Yeah, he raised my kids.
Her
You know, he was a
9-year-old,
very
she's
giving man.
22 now.
You said something about that in your paper. She said now that you two are apart, that you feel like you've been separated from those kids that you had raised, and you're upset by that. Is that true?
No, not really, because I'm communicating with my daughter,
Uh-huh.
and her sons are the ones I'm not communicating with.
Uh-huh. Do you miss that?
A little bit, but you know,
But that was their decision. You
That's
don't
their
claim that it's
decision,
her
yeah,
decision.
exactly.
So she could do that's what. Did you ever feel sugar mama at all, Mrs. Silva? You seem not to have been sugar mama,
No.
but I'm just checking.
No, I didn't feel.
Okay, sorry for pausing it here, but the lady fell genuinely in love with this guy, and you could see where she was crying that she actually fell totally for him. And the truth is that he is not a bad guy. You know, Jesus, that was his name. He's not really a bad guy. I just feel like he just got too carried away early, and he didn't really have family to tell him to chill out on the marriage part of things. Just go and see the relationship and mature in it a bit before fully entering into a lifelong commitment. And that's why the thing kind of like backfired, because he later became the guy that wanted to explore things later in life because he married too young. But the truth is, even when he got married, he still acted very mature in terms of duties, responsibilities while he was still in the marriage, because she has good things to say about him, which is very rare to see couples in courts when one party is very hot and they still have good things to say about the other party. But she has good things to say about him. And clearly, she wasn't sugar mamaed. Like the judge asked, was this guy after your resources? Was he after anything? And she said no. So she wasn't sugar mamaed. But let's continue though.
I didn't feel that way, but he did share that he had mentioned that, and I mean, it made me laugh because it's like you had a sugar mama for 13 years, But he mentioned that we were married at 18. We met when he was 18,
Right.
but we married in 2005, which he's saying that he started cheating in 2005, this is the first time I hear about that, and so my thought is, why even ask me to get married if that's when you started cheating? We married in
That
2005.
is deep, though, Miss Silva. Doesn't make any sense at all.
Exactly.
Can you help us out with that, Mr. Moreno, at all?
Can't.
Did you have any concerns that since you were marrying a guy 21 years younger than you are, that you would run into the issue of him having not done all of the, running around that he needed to do?
No, because we did a lot of those things together. We would go out drinking, dancing, bowling, whatever, partying, friends. We always had friends over. There's nothing that he wanted to do that I'd say no to. As long as we were together, it didn't matter to me.
What made you decide to work out in 2013?
I wasn't going to be treating her like that, and I wasn't going to do her no more wrong.
Did you feel badly about it?
I felt bad about it.
Was that because it was the first time she actually caught you?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Well,
Did you want him to leave, or did you want him to stay and try and work it out?
I think that if things would not have happened the way that they did, I would have probably gone more years without knowing. But he was covered in hickeys.
Yeah, I got you.
So there's just no way. I mean, if it hadn't been for that.
Given who did what to whom in this circumstance, I find it interesting that Ms. Silva, you brought this suit for the damage that he did to your clothes. And I got to figure out how he managed to do that to you when you were the person who was hurt to begin with. Did you get what you expected out of the marriage for as long as it lasted? Did you get the needs filled, what you were looking for from him?
Yes.
But for the cheating, you'd still be with him.
Yes.
Would you take him back if he asked to come back to you right now today?
No, because he has a lot of work to do on his honesty.
Right. Mr. Moreno, if she wanted you back, would you go back?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm not trying to be married no more.
It just wasn't the time for you.
I want to be single and do my thing.
You want to
So now this guy has tasted the streets. He has explored what freedom really was as he gradually grew into becoming a man. And he has seen that, it's okay to be free. It's actually good to explore things and enjoy life. And really, he doesn't want to go back to being in a marriage, at least anytime soon. Maybe when he matures more into his 40s, he might decide to go back. He's enjoying the street that he's in, and it doesn't feel like he's in a cage anymore. So he wants to explore and still enjoy his life now that he can.
be single? You want to do your thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How's your thing going?
It's going awesome,
Is it
actually.
going all right?
Awesome.
Okay. When you left, how did you do it?
What do you
Did
mean?
you do when you decided this marriage wasn't for you anymore? Were you a jerk about it? Were you kind? How do you end a like I just don't want to be in it anymore?
I was
How
real
did that
ugly.
conversation
I was
go?
real ugly with her. I'll be honest with you.
Okay,
There was a lot of verbal cussing and all that
from you or her?
from me to her. And then in the long run, I thought about it, and it was wrong what I did.
So you kind of made her the bad guy in your head, so you could feel good about leaving
ma'am.
her. So you said a lot of ugly things in
Ugly
order to
things.
make yourself feel.
Yes.
Did you ever apologize for that?
I still apologize to her.
Does he?
Yes.
People do that often. When they're leaving and it's their fault, they often find some reason to dislike you, so it makes it easier for them so they don't feel badly about it. And I always like people to get an apology for that, to recognize that pain and that hurt and say, it wasn't you, it was me.
It was me.
And it was my bad, and I'm sorry. So, and you went there, so I appreciate that. Was he nasty to you throughout the course of the relationship? Or was that something that just occurred as he was about to exit?
He was about to exit.
Right. So during the course of the relationship, he was just a good guy.
Yes.
If you had a main complaint about Ms. Silva, what would it be? None?
No.
You left a woman you didn't have any problems with at all. It's just that you wanted to be single.
I want to be single.
I got it. I got it.
I want to be single. I want to live my life. And I work, and that's all I got to do. Work.
You
every-
work?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have kids?
And I pay child support.
How many kids you have?
4
4 kids? Different women?
older women.
Could you stop that? Seriously, could you stop that? Because what happens is when you got a guy who's just leaving kids hither and yon, they don't have a father figure in the home. They got rotating lovers of the mothers, but they don't have a guy who's right there. And for the girls, that is like the first guy that comes at them, they're going to want him because they're missing that male figure. You do damage when you don't stay in the home, and you know what I mean? So could you stop?
I'm still paying child support.
And I appreciate that you pay child support, but that's only a portion of what they need from a father. They need your physical presence. It changes who they are, what they do, and how they see themselves and life. And you make it difficult for them to do certain things correctly because you just aren't there. You with me on that one?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay.
I like the fact that he's being receptive to what Judge Lynn Toler is saying, but it's clear that he still needs to grow because truly, he hasn't fully matured in other things. He still has the mindset that, just taking up responsibilities and paying child support and just doing the things that you need to do legally makes you a man, and that's what is okay. He doesn't really understand that the system of marriage as a constitution, as a place where you need to be present in the life of your kids and raise these kids. He's enjoying the streets, which is actually nice because he's coming out of a 13-year marriage. Let me just say at the age of 20, he got married. But after being in a serious relationship with the lady at the age of 18. But he's enjoying it, and that's why it's like he's paying child support and he's just getting more older women pregnant with his children, which is not so. He needs to understand that it is better if you have children in a marriage, and stop having kids outside. He should still be in the streets if he wants to. He should explore things if he wants to. He should be out of the marriage because he himself is a toxic person and he needs a lot of work in the marriage. But he should not be having kids outside the home,
So, Mrs. Silva, tell me what happened to your clothing, because usually it happens the other way around. A woman gets cheated on, she gets mad at him and, takes all of his left shoes and leaves him the right shoe. He messed up your clothing. Tell me what he did, when he did it, and how much it was worth.
Well, on this weekend, I had gone to Alice for a high school reunion meeting. And so he took my clothes down to my bras and underwear, took important papers, shoes, everything out of my closet, out of my home, and took it with him. So when I finally got it back, it was all in a trash bag. And so when I opened it, I thought he had thrown up over it. But the more that I realized and went back to that Sunday, because I had gotten home and I thought, what is all this sugar and ketchup on the floor? And my grandson's like, oh, Papa did that because he was angry. So I swept it up.
Sugar and ketchup
Ketchup, yes, ma'am.
on your clothes.
And so he had put the sugar and ketchup all over my clothes.
Mixed it up in a bag and brought it back to you.
And somebody else got it from him and brought it back.
And brought it back to you. Mr. Moreno, what did that happen?
Yes, ma'am.
What were you thinking?
I was mad.
Because what were you mad about? I mean,
Because she was in Alice at a dance. She wasn't at a reunion. She was at a dance.
Video creators, I just found a software that color grades for you. So I came across Imagine AI.
were you still married at this time?
Yes.
Had you were still cheating on her.
Yeah.
So you were sleeping with other women, but you got mad because she was at a dance
And she wasn't trying to answer my phone calls.
and she wouldn't answer your phone calls.
So I got aggravated. Instead of breaking all the windows in the house, I got all her clothes and I got the sugar and ketchup and I mixed it on her clothes. Threw it in a bag and I took it with me.
How much do you believe these items are worth, Mrs. Silva?
Not more than 400.
Pay about $400. Do you think you did about damage to about $400 worth of clothing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know you got to pay for that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you know, let me say this, Mr. Moreno. I can't get too angry with you because you were a kid, you tried to do an adult thing, realized you weren't able to do it, and went back to your childhood. But I think you went back and cleaned up that mess as best you could, and I appreciate the fact that you did that. So I can't get so angry. Mrs. Silva, when you marry a guy that's that young, that's how old they are. And guys, you know, get interesting at 30, if you ask me. I mean, you know what I mean? Because they're done with all the rest of that silly stuff, and they think upwardly instead of lowerly. You know what I mean? You can't pretend he's an age other than what he is and what that really means psychologically and emotionally. You with me on that one? So, you know, have fun with the young ones, just don't keep them. And having said that, it is $400 in favor of Miss Silva. It is sold.
Clearly, the guy has kind of like corrected his wrongs, apologized to the lady. But you could see the guy's gaslighting thing that happened there, where he was the one doing all the faults and cheating on her, while he still was the one that was the aggressor, going to damage her property. You could see them trying to do the gaslighting and playing the victim in the whole situation. In this case, Jesus was a child, and so he was just acting his childish ways. Aside that, he was fed up with the marriage clearly, and he was just trying to get out of it. And the only way he could think of to get out of it was to cause a scene and make a fight with her, because he couldn't have that adult conversation because his mind couldn't comprehend what to do as an adult. The best thing to do was to try to do a silent divorce, tell her your problems and make it silent. But because the kid is still in him, you know, he had to just be the aggressor, try to be dramatic, being petty. I don't know how someone thinks about sugar and ketchup. I don't know how someone thinks about the mix, you know, to just be as petty as that to damage our clothes. But it was just his childish ways playing out. But a good thing that they are separated now. He needs to do a lot of work on himself, and I hope he doesn't get any more baby mamas. Tell me what you think about the situation. I'll go by name East Coast Prince. This is East Coast Talks, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.